What's up guys, Massive Clubs Kid. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I thought I'd make it up to you with something really cool. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for the arm spread catch. If you haven't heard of it before, you take an entire deck of cards, balance it on your arm, then throw it up and catch it with your other hand. It's a pretty difficult move to perfect, but I learned it out of a book, and I noticed some of the things I was doing wrong, and I hope that what I tell you will help you learn in a much shorter time period than most other people. So let's get right into it. First I'll show you a performance, and then I'll go into a tutorial, and then I'll have some afterthoughts at the end. Alright, so of course in order to do this, you're going to need a deck of cards. Now, I just want to quickly go over, you can do this with basically any deck, but if you use a deck of cards, like for example a Magic Maker's deck, or Big Blind Media, they usually don't have as good of a finish. I'll just show you a quick fan here. You see, the fan isn't very good, and it makes the arm spread catch harder to do. It's much better if you have something that's more consistent. However, I wouldn't recommend practicing with an illusionist deck. Now, these are fantastic cards, and that's actually the reason why you don't want to practice with them. You're going to be dropping them on the floor so many times when you practice. You're going to ruin your cards. You also don't want to use a deck of cards that's too new, because they'll be too slippery and it'll just be really frustrating. Of course, I just used a regular deck of Bicycle. They're a bit springy, and they still have a good fan to them. So, with that in mind, let's get right into actually learning the arm spread catch. Alright, so now let's get into actually learning the arm spread catch. The first part of this, of course, is actually spreading the cards on your arm. So practice doing this by gripping the cards between your middle and ring finger and your thumb, just like this, and spread them. Okay? And you don't want to go any higher than, right about here, okay? The reason for this is, just in my experience, if you go further than this, it's just too long of a spread. That's how it's always worked for me. You can go a little bit before that, but typically right about where that line is on your arm is a great marker, right here. So try spreading that, and once you spread it, just leave it there for, maybe 30 seconds or so. Just balance it. Okay, you can't do this move if you can't balance, so you definitely need to work on that. You can see that my arm's kind of bent down. You are using pretty much your whole body to do this move, so you're going to have to get used to kind of bending down this way, kind of like you're holding a platter. And after you're done with that, what you're going to do, have the cards all balanced here. You're going to bend your knees down, and then kind of hop up, okay? You can see I do this in the performance. So you're going to hop up, then your hand's going to come over and catch these cards. And your arm has to move out of the way, but chances are it'll do that naturally. Don't be afraid to throw those cards up there. They are going to drop the first couple of times. Now I'm going to try this. I'm pretty much going to guarantee that I'm going to drop a few cards, but I'll do this as slow as I can. Okay? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't drop any that time, but I got lucky. But as you can see, you're bent down, and then you're going up, and this arm's kind of dropping to the side as your other arm swoops across. Okay, you're going to want to practice this probably kneeling down or cross-legged on the floor, just so the cards aren't scattered all over the place and not all like face up and face down. It's just much easier that way. And a couple of little points. If the spread's kind of like pushed off like this to the side, as you can see right here, just before you do the move, just kind of run your hand along the side. So you can see now it's flat. And then go for it. And that's the arm spread catch. With the arm spread catch, just keep in mind that if you keep practicing and you persevere, you will eventually be able to do this. And when you do it, it's very cool. It's really a great move to do. It shows that you know what you're doing with a deck of cards, and it just looks awesome. I've done it in a magic store a few times, and it really turns some heads. So with that in mind, keep practicing, keep trying, watch over what I've told you, and if you have any questions, go ahead and post some comments down below, and yeah, tell me if you have learned the move and you get it 90% of the time or more. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned the arm spread catch.